Welcome to This Week in Nerf, your source for first-party, third-party, and community Nerf news. I'm Adriana, and last week was huge with Toy Fair 2020. So luckily this week, we can take it down a notch, we can relax a little. We just got a couple of stories for you. So let's tell them. In the world of 3D printed blasters, Big Tendies brought us another one. This is the FRP-13 Mamba. It's essentially a rival version of his previous creation, Grass Snake. Essentially, it's the Flywheel the World system, but I think it might be the first time it's been used for rival. So, tiny flywheels, fast motors. He's claiming it gets 70 to 80 FPS, which is okay, but the form factor is pretty darn cool. It doesn't take Nerf mags, though. You do have to print his specific version of rival mags that's also not compatible with rival blasters, but he says it will be used in future blaster designs. So looking forward to seeing what those are. 3 months ago, Jangular and Wacom combined forces to create a show called Tag Talk. Essentially, it's a meta discussion of the community itself. And there were some really interesting conversations that came out of that. It was a really interesting show to watch. But now, we won't be watching it as much, we'll just be listening. They're transitioning it to a podcast, which makes a lot of sense considering most of the time when I was watching it anyway, I had it on in the background while I was driving, or cleaning the house, or modding a blaster. So it's really a really good listen for times like that. And Jangular and Wacom just have amazing chemistry together. They're completely different personalities, and that brings out some really interesting discussion. So if you want to hear what they have to say about a ton of different topics on the community, they're going to make this a more regular thing. You can find the podcast at tagtalk.buzzsprout.com. You can also watch it live on twitch.tv/Jangular. They've been streaming the more recent ones, so you can kind of be a part of the conversation yourself. The Dart Zone Pro 1.1 was meant to be available on Target last weekend, but unfortunately for most people, it just showed sold out, currently unavailable, and it made a lot of people very sad. A handful of people did manage to snag one, and they have been coming in. Dart Zone posted a update to the situation on their Facebook saying they're not actually sold out. Target's website is just having strange inventory issues. And they talked in that video about how you can be notified if you do want to buy a Dart Zone Pro Mark 1.1 at a later date when they are available. So you can email coupondartzone@primetimetoys.com to get those updates, and also a coupon for the bamboo darts. Alternatively, you can click the Notify Me button on Target's website, and they say they expect the issue to be resolved by March 20th. That does seem a little far in the future, and this is a weird issue, but I am looking forward to snagging one of these blasters, so guess I gotta wait. And in more Dart Zone news, we have a name leak from the US Trademark Office website, Nexus Pro. We have seen another Pro name leak in a previous episode. It was the Aeon Pro, but what was interesting about that one is the Aeon mostly referenced balls in the description of the trademark, whereas this Pro only talks about darts. So I'm not sure if both Pros are going to be part of the DZP line, if they're a completely separate thing. I'm incredibly curious to how this is actually going to play out, and I bring it up just because I think it's interesting, and speculation is fun. Told you it was a really light week this week. We're already at the mod of the week. And this week it comes from Liam Rasputin, and he has this Captain America themed Longshot and Centurion integration. It's a really simple and clean paint job. I love the star and the shield greeblies. Those are a nice touch. And it's very smooth all throughout. The Centurion stock was a really good choice. That stock and grip just feels so good. So I understand why a lot of people use those in their integrations. It also has a sleeper breech inside, which was another reason that bumped this up a little bit for me, just because it's getting rarer for people to craft their own breeches. There's so many drop-in options that you don't see handmade stuff very often anymore. So I really appreciate this blaster. I think it's beautiful. I like the theme. I like the colors. I just like it. It's good. Good job, Liam. And that's all the news that I have for you this week. I do, however, want to leave you with a little personal note from me. With all the new Fortnite blasters and the Halo blasters coming out, just remember we're going to be getting a lot of new people into the hobby through these themed blasters that are legitimately cool and bringing more and more people in. So prepare yourself for all of the newbie questions and try to remember when you see these questions that you were new once too. And sometimes you just need people to help you. So some questions may seem dumb, but the Reddit is terrible to search on. It's just, the search is bad. It's hard to search. And if you don't know the specific names of things, that makes it even harder to search. So even if they did try, maybe they didn't find what they were looking for. So just little patience is needed. Let's not be elitist, let's be welcoming. Even before we're getting all these new blasters on the shelves, I'm still getting people who have never been to a war, never modded any blasters coming to my wars every month. They're constantly going to be coming in, and I want to keep them coming in, keep this community nice. So please, just be cool on the internet. We should all just be friends. And on that note, I will leave you, and I just want to say another quick thank you to everyone who works on the digest. There's a couple more mods of the week on the online version of this show, so check out the description for that link and the links to all of the stories that I talked about today. Go download stuff, go watch Jangular, contribute to the news. I just appreciate all of you watching, all the people who help us. It's really a team effort, even on slow weeks like this. Like and subscribe, and I'm going to sit down because I ran so much yesterday. My legs are dead. Wars are fun, but my legs are dead. Good night. Ow! I shouldn't have squatted. Good night is a weird ending, and I shouldn't have squatted. Ah!